Thank you all for coming to tonight's Royal Television Society early evening event with Gary Davey, Sky's Managing Director of Content.
Whenever they're talking about the business, they always use the three key words, which is content, innovation and service. And the three things are completely interlinked. Our customers now enjoy our content through 7 different consumption modalities. Barb measures 2 of them. So, the consumption model for us is completely different from traditional TV. And our focus is always on the customer. And the service piece is the biggest employer in our company. In the UK alone, we've got 7,000 people, and all they're doing is managing service to our customers. They handle 35 million phone calls a year. That's an average 100,000 phone calls a day from our customers. This year we'll spend about £5 billion on content, which includes sports and entertainment. Okay. And although, I'm often asked, wow, with all of this money you're spending on Premier League, you must be cutting your budgets. Our entertainment budgets are growing at a faster rate than they ever have in the history of the business. An important part of my job going forward is to make entertainment a primary reason to get Sky. And if we get our storytelling in entertainment right, it's just as engaging as football.
How do you look at drama in a pan-European way?
The way we're managing it is we want the creative to come from the bottom up. In other words, I'm not sitting around pushing ideas down to my guys and then pushing the ideas to the creative community. It's the opposite. We want to hear about great ideas. And quite frankly, I don't care whether they come from Milan or Munich. Each of the communities are developing projects, bringing them up, and when we see a big opportunity to develop on scale, we jump on it. We're diversified across, as I said, 7 different methods of consumption.
So that would be what? Now TV?
Well, it's linear live. Where the customer records.
Yep.
Then there's catch up. There's pull VOD, push VOD.
Yeah.
Box sets, and Now TV.
Okay.
We don't care when, where, or on what device the customer consumes the content. We just want the customer engaged in the content. What matters most is whether the customer is prepared to keep paying. Mm. We're really lucky. Our churn rate has never been better, and it's very stable. And it's because people are becoming more and more engaged in the content, and that's partly because we've put the convenience in the hands of the customer.
You were reported saying that only this autumn did Sky One become self-defining.
Yeah. And
I wondered what you meant by that.
What we had to do is really define a profile around the idea, and then find the right content to go in there. And although it's not perfect yet and it's not complete, it just something clicked this summer. This year, Sky News will move into a purpose-built, state-of-the-art digital newsroom, and it's really exciting.
And do you take that brand approach to Sky News the same way you do to the channels? So it's not a channel.
It's a content brand.
A content brand.
Yeah. And it's on all kinds of different utilities.
There's a Simon Shapps, one of my first mentors and bosses, and then the gentleman here. So.
Hi Gary, I wonder if you can talk a little bit about your strategy for Sky Vision, your distribution arm, and your ambitions in content ownership through production company acquisition and investment.
Yeah. So Sky Vision's important to us. We need to have a meaningful place in the world of distribution, and by that I mean we are investing an enormous amount of money in our own original content. We need to have a structure by which we can optimise the return on that investment. So Sky Vision is there as that vehicle. And in order to reach a critical mass, we really need to have a nice balance between Sky original content to investments in distribution, because we don't fully own very many assets at all. We like to partner through investment with both production and distribution entities, so that the combination of those 3 things, distribution assets, production assets, through partnership and the Sky original content is enough critical mass for Sky Vision to have a meaningful place in selling to the world.
I'm just going to thank Gary myself for a really interesting interview and ask you to do the same. Thank you.